What should we be watching out for from what is probably the most or one of the most important stocks to follow this week?
I think you can probably have that the most going to be the most tracked company this week. Really, I mean, it makes up around 3% of the global market cap. It's the heaviest weighting on the S&P 500 as well, at around 8%. It's going to be really important to track because you have seen tech stocks a little bit under pressure of late. Concerns resurfacing once again around the health of the AI-led rally, whether that should be sustained moving forward. Here you're taking a look at some of those numbers we're expecting. So revenue, for instance, expected to come in at $46 billion for the period. That would be around a 50% jump in revenue on the year. Adjusted earnings per share of just over $1 US as well. Options traders are certainly saying you're going to be seeing big swings in either direction, around 6% plus or minus post the numbers. But one of the big questions as well for analysts going into this is what is Nvidia going to be saying about China? Because last week, one of the big stories was how, yes, the US has reversed its decision to halt sales of H20 chip to China. But now you're hearing the Chinese government is also encouraging firms not to buy up that chip that was specifically designed for the mainland market. So now exactly what does Nvidia do about this question mark, given we're hearing they've also halted production of that chip as well, and they continue to have reliance on the mainland market as well.
Expectations for these Nvidia earnings we saw on Friday on Fast Money. We had one of the traders say that the options market is implying about a 6% move to the upside or downside after Nvidia earnings. Nvidia is about 8% of the S&P, so there's a lot riding on these earnings report. First and foremost, if Nvidia meets the estimates, is that good enough? And how big of a, if it's not, how big of a beat does it need to have to keep this, tech-fueled rally going?
Well, I think it's a lot also going to determine based off of the color commentary as it relates to China and their expectations there, and also as it relates to the gross margin. We've seen the gross margin come down as Blackwell has ramped up. So you got to have confidence that the gross margin will be sustained at an attractive level and improve from there. I think the numbers, are expected to be blockbuster across the board, north of 50% revenue and EPS growth, but that's also down from triple-digit growth from last year. So growth rates are coming down, for Nvidia is no exception to that. I think that color commentary is going to be a big deal, but at the end of the day, you got to see, an attractive third quarter fiscal 2026 guide to keep the momentum in the stock, because right now it's north of 40 times earnings, north of 20 times sales. It's not the highest valuation it's ever been, but it's certainly toward that higher end. And a lot of things need to go right. And they're the biggest cap right now, the biggest weight right now in all the indices across the board. So goes Nvidia, so goes the market. So a lot of things need to go right. I mean, we're there. We continue to be in Nvidia, but we're about 25% of the weight of what it is in the S&P right now.
Analysts don't anticipate a significant increase in Nvidia's stock price, according to the consensus 12-month price target. Nonetheless, Nvidia's fiscal Q2 statement might give investors cause for optimism. Now should be the end of the fingernail-biting phase with Nvidia. Yes, there was a period this year when the chip stock fell 37%. But since then, it has made a tremendous comeback. So far this year, Nvidia's stock has increased by over 30%. With a possible catalyst just a few days away, could Nvidia's momentum pick up even faster? On August 27th, the business releases its second quarter fiscal 2026 results. It doesn't seem like Wall Street is anticipating a significant boost for Nvidia. However, analysts might be mistaken. Low standards? Indeed, Wall Street is hoping for impressive fiscal Q2 results from Nvidia. Adjusted earnings per share, EPS of $1.01, is the consensus estimate. Nvidia will have grown 48.5% year over year if it achieves that milestone. Analysts predict the company's fiscal Q2 revenue to be $46 billion on average. Nvidia made just over $30 billion in revenue at the same time previous year. The company's revenue will increase by almost 53.1% annually if Wall Street's prediction is accurate. It is obvious that those projections do not represent low expectations for Nvidia. Analysts, however, don't appear to believe that the Q2 statement will significantly boost the stock. How do we know that? Take a look at the Nvidia price target set by Wall Street. The stock's average price objective is only about 8% higher than the share price as of right now. However, remember that this is a 12-month goal. Analysts are most likely not expecting a significant shift this week if they believe that Nvidia's share price would only increase by 8% or so in a year. Why Nvidia's Q2 release could cause it to skyrocket. However, after the business releases its fiscal Q2 earnings, Nvidia's stock might still rise sharply. One possibility is that Nvidia's earnings will be far better than anticipated. The GPU manufacturer has significantly above consensus EPS projections in each of the last 4 quarters, so this is not an unusual occurrence. Granted, Nvidia's share price hasn't always soared to an incredible level in response to its previous earnings beats. For instance, in fiscal Q1, the company's adjusted earnings per share were 0.06x over the Wall Street consensus. The following day, Nvidia's stock increased by approximately 3%, which isn't bad, but it's nothing to get too excited about. However, investors may be energized by unexpectedly solid fiscal Q2 results. Nvidia's new Blackwell GPUs are likely to be the reason for any unexpectedly positive news the company releases. During the fiscal Q1 earnings call, CFO Colette Kress stated that the Blackwell ramp-up has been the fastest in our company's history. A more likely explanation for why Nvidia's stock would soar after its Q2 report, in my opinion, is if management makes particularly upbeat remarks during the earnings call. In their own recent quarterly briefings, a number of Nvidia's large clients have provided strong indications in favor of this scenario. Increased investments in AI infrastructure were mentioned by Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, the parent company of Google, and Meta platforms. This is likely to result in a greater demand for Nvidia's chips. Any encouraging news from Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang regarding the company's efforts to sell China more sophisticated AI processors could potentially be welcomed by investors. Huang recently said the corporation is discussing this possibility with the U.S. authorities. On one point, Wall Street is most likely correct. Will the company's fiscal Q2 announcement cause Nvidia's share price to soar? Only later this week can we be certain. On one point, though, I believe Wall Street is likely correct. The stock is still a solid choice. In August, LSEG polled 65 analysts who cover Nvidia, and 58 of them named the company a buy or a strong buy. Many of these experts appear to be positive about the long run, even though they may not expect Nvidia's share price to increase significantly over the coming days. Following its spectacular collapse earlier this year, Nvidia's stock has recovered, and the company has regained its title as the most valuable company in the world. Nvidia has a number of long-term growth catalysts that might push shares further higher, even though they are now trading at all-time highs. It would seem that investors might not completely understand Nvidia's long-term potential based on the company's forward earnings value criteria. It's hard to believe that Nvidia's stock fell 30% and lost more than $1 trillion in market value at one point this year. However, as of the closing bell on August 20th, shares had recovered and were up 31% for the year, significantly outperforming the S&P 500 and NASDAQ Composite. With a market valuation of around $4.3 trillion, Nvidia has even more impressively regained its position as the most valuable business in the world. Even though the market is currently trading close to all-time highs, some Wall Street analysts predict even greater gains in the future, with price projections predicting 400% increases. To put it another way, a lot of investors believe that Nvidia's stock is still cheap. Let's examine the factors that can push Nvidia's stock price even higher and explain why this might be the best moment to purchase the stock. Chips are a key part of big tech. One recurring theme in the artificial intelligence, AI revolution, is that big tech is spending unheard of amounts on capital expenditures, CapEx. In order to create robust, highly scalable infrastructure, cloud hyperscalers such as Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, and Oracle are engaged in a fierce competition to acquire as many graphics processing units, GPUs, as they can. In an effort to boost wearable technology and social media platforms with improved AI capabilities, Meta Platforms is establishing Meta Superintelligence Labs, MSL. Tesla may have the most ambitious plans of all, building humanoid robots that will transform the workforce and deploying a fleet of completely autonomous robotaxis to upend delivery and ride-hailing services. Big tech's chip spending binge isn't slowing down. Rather, it's getting worse. Nvidia, the unchallenged leader enabling enterprise and consumer AI applications worldwide, will benefit greatly from it. Nvidia continues to be at the core of the AI ecosystem, from training large language models, LLMs, to powering autonomous systems and next-generation robots, with demand that doesn't appear to be slowing down. It's simple to believe that Nvidia's success is solely reliant on ongoing infrastructure investment, given all of the previously mentioned causes. There is no denying that the expansion of data centers, whether by private companies or by government-led programs like Project Stargate, continues to be a significant factor in driving demand for GPUs and AI accelerators. However, concentrating only on hardware would ignore one of the most significant changes currently taking place: the quick growth of downstream applications. The use of AI-powered software has increased due to the growth of LLMs, which range from ChatGPT and Perplexity to Grok, Claude, and Gemini. The enterprise-scale integration of AI tools across industries is replacing the initial arms race to obtain compute capacity, which has kept Nvidia at the forefront of the conversation and created new demand for inference workloads. The door to China for Nvidia has just been much wider. Although the United States accounts for about half of Nvidia's revenue, the chip giant continues to develop significantly in foreign countries. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang estimates that China alone offers a $50 billion opportunity. Nvidia just gained access to the Chinese market through a new deal that requires the business to pay the U.S. government 15% of its sales in China, despite the continued strain in trade relations between the two countries. Quantum computing is another catalyst that investors might be missing. The technique may have enormous long-term promise, even if it is still in the early stages of development and is not yet commercially feasible for today's AI workloads. It is anticipated that quantum applications would lead to innovations in vital sectors like energy, financial services, and pharmaceuticals that depend on solving complicated problems. Investors should be aware that Nvidia is already subtly setting the stage for future gains from the development of quantum computing. CUDA, the company's software ecosystem, is already well established in the field of generative AI development. Nvidia has built upon this base with CUDA-Q, a more specialized framework for quantum processes. This puts Nvidia in a position to play a crucial role in enabling the quantum era in the future, in addition to being the foundation of AI infrastructure now. Put another way, something that initially appears to be a pipe dream may turn into a significant source of development sooner than most people think. When everything is taken into account, Nvidia appears to be set up for rapid expansion. When considered holistically, Nvidia is not just the foundation of today's AI infrastructure, but it also offers extremely important hardware and software options when new industries and technologies develop. Nvidia's forward price-to-earnings, PE, multiple has, however, significantly decreased from its previous high during the AI boom in spite of these tailwinds. The market now views Nvidia more as an established chip supplier than as a business with room to develop rapidly. This viewpoint overlooks the benefits. The combined potential of increased data center spending, hardware's vital role in facilitating AI software development, reopened access to China, and longer-term prospects in areas like quantum computing seems to be underestimated by investors. These factors lead me to believe that Nvidia's stock is in a strong position to continue growing in value over the coming years. The stock appears to be a strong buy-and-hold option at current prices, as it is priced reasonably in relation to the growth levers that have the potential to drive shares far higher in the future. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.
What an exciting end of the week it was. I know Nvidia is front and center, but let's sort of relive last week.
Good morning, Nicole. Yeah, it was a big day on Friday as Jerome Powell gave his famous Jackson Hole speech that kind of ignited the feel of lower rates and rate cuts in the future. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is we didn't even get to last week's high when we rallied, and now we're down to start the week. So market feeling a little bit of fatigue here going into a big, massive earnings report on Wednesday with Nvidia. And think about it, Nicole, when you think about Nvidia's earnings and you think about all the companies involved or connected to Nvidia, a big swath of the sectors that are moving this market are going to be affected by Nvidia's earnings. So Wednesday is going to be a big day. Remember, Wednesday we also get CrowdStrike, cybersecurity, Snowflake, so that'll be good. But Netflix is going to move so many names in the S&P 500 that it looks like coming off the big rally, we're a little jittery going into that earnings because the bar is, as you know, extremely high in Nvidia with expectations. So, yeah, a lot coming up. We've got a lot of economic data that we've got coming out this week as well. But I think at the end of this week, we'll remember it's Nvidia's earnings that drove the market.
Yeah, and look, last week where we saw the Dow hit a new intraday record, the S&P is probably, less than 1% away from its record. I know the small caps are farther away, but tech has not been the best performer of late. I mean, I think that's fair in saying. I mean, the Dow and the S&P are doing better this month than tech overall, but there are plenty of people who love to buy the dips.
Yeah, Nicole, let's go through them. First, the Russell, right? The Russell, the small caps, that had the biggest move on Friday because all those companies that are not only domestic, but smaller and not always profitable and need to borrow more money, they're more sensitive to interest rates than the larger companies. Then we get to the larger cap companies that you're right. We're bumping up against all-time highs. We've had incredible percentage runs in all these names, and they're getting a little, tired up here, a little fatigued. The market keeps bumping up against all-time highs right at or near them, and we need another impetus to get the market higher. Are lower interest rates that? Could be, but for this week, we have to get through this earnings. We have to get through not only Nvidia's earnings that they're going to put out, earnings per share and revenue, but the expectations of Jensen Huang going forward. And so many companies are going to pivot off that. Just think of Amazon, Google Alphabet, Tesla, Microsoft, Oracle, all the names. And that's just some of their customers. Then the people involved in manufacturing, their competitors. There's so many different chapters of stocks that are going to move off Nvidia's earnings. It's going to be a big mover. I expect the whole market to watch Nvidia's earnings and react.